was one of those hot summer days when thirsts and tempers run high that I arrived in the town of Harness Junction. I'd come into Harness for the Circle O cattle drive. I had a few days layover, which I thought I'd use to look up the Harcourt brothers, sons of an old friend who died a few years back.
Looks like I found the youngest one, Lex.
I said stop it!
You all right, Jim? All right, get up. I said get up! Go on home. I said get. Vint Bonner.
Hi, Cash.
When'd you get in town?
I don't know exactly the round, but I was here in time for the knockout.
That kid. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Come on in the office. Rest your legs. Sorry you had to see that, Vint. Sorry still I had to do it.
Seems to me you outweigh Lex a few pounds.
I know. I hate to use my hands on that kid.
Then why do you do it?
Look, Vint, it's not as though I don't have good reason to. That kid's got a chip on his shoulder a mile wide.
To match the one on yours? You were a lot like him at his age.
The old man knocked it out of me. I'm going to have to knock it out of Lex. He's got a temper building inside him like a Texas tornado. You down here for the Circle O drive to Durango?
That's right. I'm a few days early, though. They're still out on the trail.
Well, you're going to stay with us till they come in. Of course, there's been a few changes made.
Oh, did you move from the old house?
No, we still live in the same old house. Me and Bess both.
Bess? Oh, you got a new horse?
No, I didn't get a new horse. I got married.
You got what?
That's right, I got married. Prettiest girl in town, and a good cook.
Congratulations. I never thought you'd make it. Look, I can't barge in.
Anytime you're in town, you're going to stay with us, just like when the old man was alive.
I'll just get a room at the hotel.
Vin, I'm the law around here. You want to stay out of trouble, you do as I say.
I'll go quietly, Sheriff.
Bessie! How's my wife, huh?
And how's my husband?
Honey, I want you to meet Vint Bonner. You've heard me talk about him.
Nice to know you, ma'am.
He's going to stay with us a few days till the Circle O drive starts.
It'd be a pleasure.
Come on, Vin, I'll show you to your room.
Cash,
Yeah, Bess.
it's all over town about your brawling with Lex.
Honey, that kid was fighting in the street again. I had to do it.
You could have stopped it. Peacefully, sensibly. You didn't have to humiliate Lex in front of the whole town.
Come on.
Come in. Oh, hi there, Lex. Come on in.
Hi, Vit.
Where you been keeping yourself, boy?
Just around.
Here you're going to Durango with that Circle O outfit.
That's right.
How many men do you think they have?
Oh, 50, maybe 60.
Think they could use an extra hand?
I guess they might.
Well, what's the matter? Don't you think I do?
Now, wait a minute, boy. I didn't say that.
You willing to put in a word for me?
Sure. I'll put in a word for you. Did you ask Cash about this?
Oh, I don't have to ask Cash. I don't have to ask Cash about anything.
He's your older brother.
Oh, sure, he's my brother, but he ain't my father, which he's always trying to be.
No, Lex, he isn't your father.
Vin, it's just no use. I gotta get out of this house.
What's the matter? You got sister-in-law trouble?
No. It's not Bess, she's swell. It's Cash. He treats me like I was a school kid or something. Vin, you just gotta help me, that's all. Look, would you talk to Cash, please? And, well, he likes you very much. He's always talking about you.
Sure. I'll talk to him.
Thanks, man.
That was a mighty fine meal.
Best never misses.
How about it, Cash? Vin said he'd put in a word for me.
Lex, you don't have the foggiest notion of what one of these cattle drives means. You wouldn't last more than a week.
Well, maybe I would and maybe I wouldn't.
You gotta be tough, like rawhide. You ask Vin, he knows, he'll tell you.
Look, it ain't gonna do no harm to try.
If you're so anxious for a job, there's plenty of things to do in town. Why don't you go down and see Mr. Fleming?
Well, look, I ain't interested in cleaning out somebody's livery stable.
Your trouble is you're not interested in doing anything you're fit for. Boy, the last couple of years, you sure been hard to take.
Well, you ain't exactly been a picnic either.
Oh, hold it, you knotheads. Look, maybe Lex has a point.
Vin, this is between us. Vin, what got into you egging him on with this cattle drive nonsense?
He asked me if the Circle O needed men. I said yes.
Well, I know, but you should have told... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be hanging out the family wash in front of you. Boy, that kid just about has me licked.
Maybe he's not such a kid as you think. You're riding him too hard.
The old man rode me plenty hard, never hurt me any.
What about Lex? You think it's hurting him?
Nobody's laughing at you, Lex.
Well, you're lying at him, Roby. And all of you lying. You're laughing at me. You think I'm just a fool kid.
Now, Lex, we don't think anything of the kind. You go on home before your brother sees you like this.
My brother. Well, I want to tell you something. He doesn't own this town. And he doesn't own me either. And when are you going to get that through your fool heads?
Well, Lex, you're not talking to a bunch of schoolboys. You go on home. And if you're not man enough to hold your liquor, lay off it.
Oh, I'll show you who's man enough to hold his liquor.
I'm at your wing. Get the doctor. Jim, you better go tell the sheriff. It was too late, Cash. He was dead when the doc got here.
Cash, I'm sorry. Where are you going?
To get Adam Roby.
I'd sure hate to be in Roby's shoes when they meet up.
Whoa! Adam! What's going on?
I'll need some food, Polly. Enough for a couple of days, maybe.
Adam, what's happening? I don't understand.
I'm in trouble, Polly. Bad trouble. That fool kid, Lex Harcourt, he drew on me. I shot him.
You shot Lex Harcourt?
I told you he drew on me.
Adam, he isn't...
He's dead. Look, I can't stop to explain. I gotta get moving. You just gotta believe it wasn't my fault.
Well, if it wasn't your fault, why are you running away?
To keep Cash Harcourt from killing me.
But Cash is the sheriff here. He wouldn't do any...
Wouldn't he? Lex was his brother.
Oh, Adam. Adam, I don't want anything to happen to you.
Maybe it won't if I can make it to Standish Falls and turn myself into the marshal.
It's gonna be dark soon. You'll have to take the road, and then what'll happen?
Yes, I know I can't risk it tonight. There's that cabin up on Rocky Creek. I could spend the night there and make it to Standish Falls the next day.
Oh, Adam, please. Please, I don't want you to go.
I haven't got much choice, Polly. Not if I want to stay alive. Listen, Vint Bonner's in town. You know the man they call the six-shooter?
Well, can he help us?
I don't know. I've heard men speak well of him. Find him, Polly. Explain that I'd be willing to give myself up to him.
Adam. Vint, this is Adam Roby's wife, Polly. We're old friends. We went to school together.
How do you do, ma'am?
My husband's in trouble, Mr. Bonner. He asked me to come see you. He needs your help.
This is a matter for the law.
Cash Harcourt's the law in Harness Junction. If he gets his hands on my husband, it won't be to put him in jail. It'll be to kill him.
Cash is a good sheriff. I can't think
He's Lex's brother. He'll have to avenge him.
Look, I admit he was mighty upset. But there'll be no gunplay if I judge him right.
You judge him wrong, Mr. Bonner. Please, all Adam asks is a fair trial. He wants to give himself up. To you.
Why me?
So that you can take him to the district marshal at Standish Falls. That's the only way he can keep from shooting it out with Cash.
A sheriff is sworn to uphold the law. I can't believe he wouldn't handle this right.
I can. Then I know Cash. Bess, I don't want to come between you and your husband. You're not, Polly. Outside of me, Lex was the only other person on this earth that Cash cared about. Maybe in the wrong way, but he cared. Now he'll blame himself for what's happened. He'll want to take it out on somebody. There'll be no stopping to listen to reason.
Bess, don't you understand? Even if I wanted to, I have no right to interfere.
Vint, you're his friend. It's Cash's whole life that'll be ruined if he kills an innocent man.
I'm sorry.
Ben, I didn't want to say this out there, but don't you know why Cash will feel he must get even for Lex?
Do you know, Bess?
Yes. Because way down deep inside, he knows he's made a terrible mistake in the way he raised his brother. He's too proud to admit it. And if he did, he'd only have to blame himself for Lex's death. And no man can do that too easily.
Same trouble as the old man. Too tight a rein, too much spur.
I tried to tell Cash to let up. He just wouldn't listen. You look tired.
Saw a woman leaving the house just now. Who was it?
Polly Roby.
When I got out to their place, they were both gone. Where's her husband?
She didn't say. She's got some fool notion you'll go gunning for him instead of turning him over to the marshal at Standish Falls.
That's not the only reason she came here. What else, Vint?
She asked me to see that he got there. Safely.
I don't want you interfering.
Now, you calm down a minute and listen to me. Something you're going to have to face. Roby shot Lex in self-defense.
He's a liar.
He's got witnesses.
Witnesses, not one of them telling the truth. People like Lloyd Mason, his son, who never even liked Lex.
Cash, you're twisting this out of shape.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. Bess, did she say where Adam Roby was hiding?
No.
You're not against me on this.
Cash, she didn't say.
I'll find him tomorrow.
Tomorrow he'll be on his way to Standish Falls.
Hardly. I got 2 deputies watching the road.
Cash! If you like, I'll go out with you tomorrow.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
I don't want anyone interfering with the way I carry out the law.
Cash. I'm not sure you intend to carry out the law.
I think maybe it was a good idea about your staying at the hotel. You clear your things up by tomorrow.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I fix you some breakfast?
Cash might pick up Roby's trail. It's best I go.
Vin, if anything goes wrong, well, I mean, Cash mustn't ever find out I told you where Adam is hiding.
Don't worry, Bess. Cash won't find out. And nothing's going wrong.
Wasting your time around here, Sheriff. Adam's gone.
Where is he?
I don't know.
I think you do, Mrs. Roby. You'd better tell me.
Why? So you can find him and gun him down?
I'll find him, Mrs. Roby. Don't you fret about that. I'll find him.
Cash, please. It wasn't Adam's fault. Give him a chance.
I'll give him a chance. Same kind of chance he gave Lex.
Cash, you've no right to hunt him down like that. He's a man. He deserves the protection of the law. You're the sheriff here. When are you going to remember that you're the sheriff?
Roby, it's Vint Bonner. Put that gun down.
You alone?
That's right.
You're gonna help me get to Standish Falls?
If that's what you want.
That's what I want.
All right, let's go.
You wouldn't fool me, would you, Bonner?
If you thought I would, you'd use that rifle, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I know Cash Harcourt's a friend of yours.
Maybe that's why I'm doing this.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bonner, for changing your mind about helping Adam.
I haven't done anything yet.
Well, you will. If anybody can get him to Standish Falls, you can.
Let's see. Are you sure Cash Harcourt didn't follow you?
What? I don't think so. Well, I wouldn't have come if I'd known you'd be here.
Let's get going. We'll take the South Fork around Harness Junction.
How did he find us?
You followed your wife. You know what you're doing, Sheriff?
I told you to stay out of this.
I'm not going to use my gun, Cash. If you're set on shooting somebody, go ahead.
I don't want you. I want Adam Ruby.
I'll help you take him to Standish Falls. I kind of promised Bess I would.
Bess? What's she got to do with it?
She's your wife. She's interested in your welfare. She doesn't want to see you make a mistake.
I ain't taking nothing from you, Bonner. Draw. Go on, draw.
You still the sheriff of Harness Junction?
I said draw!
All right, pull that trigger if you want to. But before you do, there's one thing you ought to know. When Lex pulled a gun on Roby, it was you he meant to kill.
Me? You're local, Bonner. I'm his brother.
He hated you. And he had every right to hate you.
I got him covered, Bonner. I'll put the next one right between his eyes.
Roby, put that gun down. Come down here.
What?
You heard me. Holster that gun.
Roby, you're under arrest. I'm taking you to Standish Falls. You're welcome to come along, Vint.